I expected much more people who had said yes and all that. Many more people to join. Who else is joining? You write anything in the chat. I will talk to you. There is no problem. If you want to ask, Maheshwari, very good. I have joined. Kenmari, good evening. Mohammed Siddiq, Hariharan, very nice. I can meet you here. Excellent. Girija Rajaprabhu, Kumari Prajit. Oh, you changed the name. Ajay Kumar, welcome, welcome. Now I think I've got sufficient number of people. I think 4 minutes are over. 2 minutes are over. Let me wait for 2 more minutes if you don't mind. Shashikala, welcome Shashikala. Nitish Singh, Philomena, how are you? Doing good? So, very nice seeing you all in this stream session. The idea, I thought of experimenting this system with you because I think I wanted to meet you all regardless of the group. So I thought I would give you a sort of a presentation or my speech on uh, uh, mot- sort of motivating you to learn English, to spend more time learning English. And also, Dharmasili, welcome, welcome. I am all right, Philomena. Very nice you asked this question. So, you're all welcome. I thought I would mix a little bit of motivational talk with some tips, basic tips on learning English, spoken English, not exactly written English, not exactly, very great grammar or poetry or any literature stuff. Hello, Nurul Syed, welcome. So before that, I extend to you all a very happy New Year and a very uh, happy Pongal, which is New Year is past, or the beginning of New Year is past behind us, and Pongal is ahead of us. It's coming just now, 4 days. So we should all be enjoying that. Now, thought I would start with a sort of a joke. I don't know how much. So, what happens when a software, especially with reference to Asha teachers, what happens? Hello, Kalai Selvi, welcome. Uh, what happens when a software engineer, like in our Asha teachers, some of them are computer science and so on, marries uh, an English teacher? Can you guess? If a software engineer marries an English teacher, the result or the resulting baby will be a programmer, not grammar, MER, but programmer, PROGRAMMAR. You will be programmer, not programmer. You understand? Did you like the joke? If you like the joke, click on the heart button, say how you like the joke. Welcome, Dharani, welcome, Devanagi, Nitya. Great, all of you are here. Now, the motivational portion, all of you, I mean, I'm sure all of you have joined or interested in learning English, and you're absolutely motivated. But nevertheless, you need to sustain this motivation. You must maintain this motivation. Therefore, and you all know why you are learning English. That object or vision also should be there. The object of learning English is first, it is an aspirational language. So you have to we desire for better things for our own lives, for our own children. Therefore, we aspire to learn something better than what we have today. We aspire to buy a car. We aspire to buy a Rolex watch. We aspire to buy a luxury flat, 2 BHK flat, etc. Similarly, we aspire to learn English. Those are objects which with money you can buy, but the thing like English you have to learn. You have to make effort. There you can just collect money and give a check and you will get it. Here you have to learn. Of course, there you have to earn. This is you have to learn here, but you have to earn there. Then your status in society also improves. All of you know that when you talk to people, when you listen to people who talk in English and so on, you feel very happy that they're talking to each other in English. And your children, when they talk to English with their teachers and all, you look upon them with pride and so on. Therefore, you need to learn English. There is no barrier to learning any language at any age. This is my fundamental concept. There is nothing like, I am now 30 years old. What will I do? I can't learn any language. There is no such thing. Living in a village, living in a rural area is also no barrier at all for learning a language. You can learn at your own leisure. You can learn. I will give you some tips as to how to produce audience for yourself and learn language. What you need is a high sense of motivation, determination, motivation, determination, dedication, and and you must get out of your comfort zone, because when you want to talk to hello Damodaran, hello Mauj Masti, I don't know, Ayush Gupta, welcome. So when you want to, you must come out of the comfort zone. You should not feel shy. You should not think that I won't be able to speak English in front of these people. I won't be able to speak English in front of Raja Ram sir or Sundaram sir or Venkat sir and all that, or any of your volunteers, stewards, and so on. You must talk to them in English. Whenever you meet in meetings, etc., you must try to talk to them in English. That is one important thing. The problem with how we have been taught English so far in schools, I myself I'm a Tamil medium student. That was nearly 70 years ago, and the English is taught in bits and pieces, bits of grammar rules, bits of vocabulary, bits of uh, you show the object, show the action. This is a table. This is a chair. He runs. He uh, swims, and then some sentences and so on, and then they expect you to learn all this past tense, present tense, and so on and so forth, and write something. But that doesn't leave an impression on you when you pass out of your 12th class and all that. You don't remember most of the things that were taught in the school. So therefore, you need to have an atmosphere where you learn English by immersing yourself, or listening to English being spoken, read, and so on. Karadi path to some extent overcomes this problem by teaching them, teaching the children sentences instead of words, grammar, and this one. Sentences by showing action. Similarly, you must learn English by listening to sentences, not by listening to words and the grammar. So, whole sentence. Now, one of the things that the difficulty in learning English in sentence is because the structure of a sentence in English is different from structure of a sentence in Tamil or Hindi or whatever. Because in structure of a sentence in English is very rigid. It starts with subject, followed by verb, then by an object. Then you can add any other thing, like, you know. But if you start translating from Tamil, your sentence structure will be wrong. Yesterday, you can say நேத்திக்கு மழை பெஞ்சது. Yesterday, rain fell. That's what you would say. But you should say it rained yesterday, not rain fell yesterday. If you start translating from Tamil to English, this is what will happen. It won't read like English. It will sound absurd when you start speaking in English by translating Tamil. So, what is the trick for learning English without translating from Tamil? Is learn whole sentences. When you read any book or any sentence, any newspaper article or any newspaper news headlines, read the entire sentence and memorize them. Of late, I have been giving my group, that is consisting of Tenmuri, Devanagi, Bala, Maheshwari, and all that, Villamana, and all that. Sorry. So I'm giving them what do you call sentences in Tamil, ask them to translate it and get the whole sentence by heart. Not only the words there or the meaning of particular words in that. The whole sentence should be got by heart. Therefore, then what happens is you are able to retain the sentence. And brain is like artificial intelligence. In fact, artificial intelligence is based on the neural networks which are put in the brain earlier. So it is a copy. So what happens, your mind is full of so many sentences which you have learned here, memorized from here, there, reading a book, listening to your TV, listening to video, seeing a YouTube, and so on. Those sentences will automatically prompt when you want to speak, they will come foremost from your mouth. So if you memorize sentences, it will be great for you to start speaking English. Writing English, you have to bend, you have to look at too much of grammar and all that. That we will go as we go along, as we talk more, as people sort of people, good-natured people who may very helpfully correct you and so on. You can easily uh, uh, you know uh, talk to them, and so you can correct them. But the barrier of crossing that Lakshman Rekha or whatever of talking in English needs that must know sentences, not only words. Second, you should not translate from your native language, vernacular language. If you do that, you will be able to speak in English much, much better. The other thing is English is a sentence structure is so interesting if you look at it very carefully, that it is like building blocks. You put one brick over the other, one brick over the other, one brick over the other. For example, I will tell you, take a sentence like I take bath. Then you can say I take bath daily. I is the subject. Take bath is a verb. Take is verb. Bath is you having a shower. So I take bath is a simple sentence. But look how I can add words and words and words and make it a long sentence, very long sentence. I take bath daily. Next, I take bath daily in the morning. I take bath daily in hot water in the morning. I take bath in the hot water daily only when it rains. So you see the sentence, the rest of the sentences, rest of the words with preposition, with adjectives, description, etc., are added like a locomotive. There is an engine which is the subject. There is a next guard's compartment which is a verb, then followed by the train of whatever words that you're using. So it's like a beautiful train set. Therefore, you must learn to speak English. You think in English, மாலை கோக்கிற மாதிரி or பூ தொடுக்கிற மாதிரி, you must put the words behind the subject and the verb and object, and then you must add those words for making a full sentence. Now, the problem with when you read the problem with I don't have a practice. What should I do for practicing? I don't have time. My children occupy a lot of my time. My I live in joint family. My mother-in-law, father-in-law also I'll have to take care. All these problems are there everywhere, and more so in families which are still not nuclear. And then even then, if both husband and wife go to work, there's a great problem of looking after children. Very small children particularly are very difficult to handle with both, unless both husband and wife equally share the load or burden of taking care of the child or the children. Even then, even then, even then, you have time. This is my point. When you get up in the morning, what do you look for? You look for your mobile. Am I correct? Can you tell me how many people look for the mobile amongst you? Can you just tick on your chat box? uh, How many how many of you look for the mobile first thing before doing anything? Malar, Malarvi, she says no. Malarvi says she doesn't look at the mobile. Anyway, at least those people who look at the mobile, you take the mobile, put it near your stove or wherever you are convenient in the house. Then switch on. Jayashree says, glad Jayashree says she uses the mobile. In the first thing she sees in the mobile. So switch on the mobile, turn to some podcast, podcast, podcast. There is an app called Spotify, Spotify. So you go to Spotify. So many people have said yes, they all look at the mobile for the first thing in the morning. So, or at least they pick up the mobile, even if they don't look at, because they. But I would suggest for good sleep hygiene, keep the do not disturb option open keep the option do not disturb between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. whenever you get up, 4:30 a.m. or something. Because if you put that option on your Android phones, then it will not allow, unless that person who is ringing you up or sending a message is saved contact, it will not disturb you. You will not get calls from unknown numbers and so on at that time. So try and see whether you can use it. Do not disturb between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. Now, Spotify podcast is a very good thing to listen to some uh, English language teaching or English story, simple stories which you can get, and then switch it on, listen to it. You don't have to listen to it completely, follow it very thoroughly. Nobody's going to ask you questions or set an examination paper and all that. As it as you are boiling milk, as you're mixing Horlicks for your daughter, as you're doing anything else in the kitchen, or as you're wiping the counter, the table, or you're dressing up your daughter or so on, either the mobile will keep on telling you something, something will stick to it, or you can use news channels like NDTV, Republic TV, and so on. Any good news channels. I don't know which are the good news channels because I'm not nowadays listening to English channels, but I'm sure there are one or two good ones also. So they will be talking, and their scrolling will be there, so you'll be able to relate to what they're talking about. And you don't spend more than 10 or 15 minutes on this exercise, but you will see progressively you are getting attuned to listening to English. I'm not asking you to take a book and read very a lot, half an hour and read. I am asking you is to listen to the uh, TV broadcast or a podcast on your mobile, or live TV or something of that sort in English, not in Tamil. If you got a TV, switch it on, switch on the TV for an English broadcast. If you got a mobile, go to some live TV or podcast and listen. That that should be good. Then second thing is reading. Now the problem with most of you will be reading. Most of you, I think, are uh, traveling by two wheelers or pillion. So if you are going by pillion rider, then that is sitting in the back seat of the scooter, then probably you can listen to some podcast or something like that. Put your this one. Even then, I will not risk any such activity while going on a two wheeler. I will not ask. But if you are going by a bus and it takes 40 minutes, 30 minutes to go by bus, take any book, anything, read in the bus. The, if you're, it's a bus which is not crowded and getting a seat in the bus, read in the bus. Similarly, you read books during interval time in the school when you get to read something. Third thing is you can do what is known as shadowing. That is, you can go to any website, YouTube, or if you're having OTT platforms like Hotstar or Disney or Netflix or Amazon, whatever, if you have it. Otherwise, you don't have to go and get them all. Sometimes all these, um, uh, what do you call these people, bundle it and give it to you in Wi-Fi and all that. So if it happen to have it, then switch on the you that particular English movie or English TV serial. Switch off the audio. Read only the enable subtitles. Read only the subtitles, because that is not a very difficult to read. It is big in this one, and you're sitting in your armchair or sitting in your bed. You can sort of read for about 15 minutes or 20 minutes what is coming in the subtitles. That will also improve your reading habits. The third practice which I would suggest to people, which have people, I mean teachers like Tenmuri and all know, talk to yourself. Go in front of a mirror, talk to yourself in English. Just talk to yourself for about 5 minutes or 10 minutes every day. Make it a habit. If- Think what all you want to do tomorrow, what you did today, your opinion of your husband, your opinion of your daughter and mother-in-law, whatever you are thinking of at that time. At all time, our mind thinks something or the other. It is never at rest. It's always thinking of some topic or the other. It talks about things of the maybe my daughter is not doing well in the school. I must go and talk to the teacher tomorrow. Maybe my son is playful. I must go make him more studious and so on. So these kinds of talks are going on in your mind. So same talks, you make them vocal. You articulate. In English it's called articulate. Speak, articulate. So you speak for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, so on yourself. There's no audience required. There's no practicing another person to do that. So talk to yourself, see if it works for some time. You will slowly start thinking in English. All these are all tips for making you think in English, so that you can consolidate your efforts which you have put in by reading, by listening, and so on. It will consolidate your efforts to thinking in English. Then you can find a friend and talk. I know Soundarya and Tenmari, they talk to each other and many times in English. I know that. Am I correct, Tenmari? Soundarya? They will tell you sometime. So find a friend, like compatible friend with whom you can talk about anything without misunderstanding and so on. So you talk to them in English. Always try and talk to them in English. Don't switch over to Tamil, even because she's not going to find fault with you. If she knows something better than you in that particular sentence, she may help you to correct. Similarly, you can correct her if she says something wrong. So both of you can talk to each other. So similarly, you must find a friend amongst Asha teachers, outside Asha teachers, whoever is interested in learning or helping you in along in English. You can even talk to me. I am open for discussions. I mean, not discussion, 5 minutes chat or something like that. You can talk to me on matters that are bothering you or your future, or you have applied for a job, what shall I do, or any such thing. One thing you should never lose touch. You should always concentrate this. Now about grammar, I have been stressing a lot on grammar, and I've been giving you exercises in grammar for a long time, and many of you improved a lot in many things. mm, Many things, very good. Some So I see some people are saying they're trying to talk to their children in English, and sometimes they are uh, uh, help. They have found friends and relatives to whom they talk. Especially talking to your children is a very good thing, because they will also learn from you. You will also learn from them, because they will correct you much more sternly than your friend or your anybody, any other, because தப்புமா அப்படின்னு she will straight away tell you. So the other people will not tell you so much. So daughter or son, it will be better to talk to them in English. The other thing that I wanted to do is that I was talking about grammar. Now the grammar is a you go when you memorize sentences, the grammar will sit in automatically. But only thing is, you must one thing that our vernacular languages are not very particular about past tense, present tense. They mix up the past tense, present tense, so on. So if you start any passage or any writing or anything like that, if you want to stick to the past tense, stick to the past tense. If we're narrating it in present tense, stick to the present tense. If you want, you be careful about using words after verbs after auxiliary verbs like have. You should always have had. If you have those kinds of auxiliary verb, you must always use verb in past participle. They call verb three. That is get, got, gotten, or whatever it is. Like go, went, gone. So the third one is gone. So if you said had gone, have gone, so you must ensure that have had get this third verb or the participle verb. Then you are all very common mistake I find in all of you is that you add am everywhere. Am is a thing to be, strewn everywhere. As soon as you start writing you put the am immediately behind it. Am is to be used carefully. Am is, if you use am for a describe for an action, the verb should be in present continuous. So you must add ing. I am using YouTube to teach English. I am now talking to Asha Chennai Teachers. So when I use am, I'm also adding ing at the end. But if we are going to say that I am beautiful, I am sad, I am sorry, it's okay. But you cannot say I am contacted, sir. I am attend. Some people say, will you attend tomorrow? They say, I am attend. Are you attending? Suppose I ask, are you attending this class? They will say, I am attend. That am, be very, very careful with using this uh, auxiliary verbs called am, is, uh, are, were, etc. You should be very, very careful. Try to revise those, this one. And in the end, I thought I would tell you a joke about this I, which is, the teacher asked the children, you must construct a sentence with starting with I. So the student said, I is. No, 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 you should not put is after I. You must put am after I. The teacher interrupted. So this boy said, I am the ninth letter in the alphabet. Actually, it is wrong. He is talking about I, the letter in the alphabet, not about himself. So the correct answer is I is the ninth letter in the alphabet. So I think it's about half an hour. Any questions that you have, I can reply. Any doubts you have, if you want me to uh, do something more for you in terms of teaching English, I thought it's good year. Beginning of 2024 is a good augury for us to a good point in the calendar. So to talk to you all, whoever is will attending this session, to talk to you all. So anybody, anything that I don't think anybody is requesting me anything. Any request, anything that you would like to ask, you can ask in the next 3 4 minutes. Otherwise, I would uh, only ask you how you enjoyed it. If you said if you enjoyed it, I'll be very happy. Therefore, if you enjoyed, you didn't enjoy it, that's also welcome, because I must know where how I'm trying to um, where I stand with reference to being effective in uh, taking forward this English teaching, uh, or you are learning English. Is there any? I think there is all the inputs of all the chat box seems to be static. Is nobody writing anything now? Shall I shall I say goodbye? Then Marie, you have left us at Sri Durga. Can you say something? Okay. So this is all for today. We will. Okay. I usually watch interviews and listen. There were very whenever they said news article, all these things will be a lot. This is a very interesting class. Ganas are very good boys, sir. Good, good, good. Very good. Thank you. Yeah, very good suggestion, Sri Durga. We should take teachers who are opting for English training. We should take them for a movie. I can fund this trip. So you choose the movie. I can take them for an English. I can buy them tickets and they can see an English movie. It'd be a good idea. Or I don't know whether we can get a print and then show it. We can show it on the big TV in some place and have a cup of coffee or something like that after that. Good. Kumari says she enjoyed. A very motivated class for us. Dhanamani, Sir Venkat. Okay, I'll speed up the uh, feedback is slow, you see. Yeah, I think I must improve the. I don't know how to do that. How to. I had put it in slow pace or something. 30 seconds I had put. So thank you, Venkat, for being with us today. Very nice. Excellent. Shall I end the stream? Say goodbye? Okay, still I'm getting some thanks. 4 more minutes, 40. It'll make a 40 minutes. That's what I told somebody who asked me, how long will it last? I said 40 minutes. Good, Sridhar. Okay. Right. Bye. Thank you, Venkat. It's very nice of you to have been present and thanks a lot. Okay.